LA Clippers, 46.5 win total. One of the highest in the West, in the league, just across the board. So, they pay Paul George a big contract.
You had to do that.
To be mediocre in the playoffs?
No, because you gave up so much to get him.
And to keep Kawhi happy.
Yeah.
Yo, Kawhi's in a contract here.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, man, this is going to end so bad for them.
But that's why you had to do it.
This is
Had to do it.
We were talking
They
about,
had
we were
no
talking
other
about
choice.
We were talking about the cloud for Giannis. Man, the cloud for Kawhi now is going to be rough to have to
Well,
play
just
with.
for the Clippers in general. Like,
Yeah,
if
dude.
he leaves, they're the Clippers again. Like, they're the Clippers of when we were younger again, you know? Like, he's gone, and they have no way to make their team better through, like, the next 5 years, right? Like, what they gave up picks through, like, 2028? Like,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
like, this is huge for them. And, like, this is probably a hot take, but this is an under a lock for me. Like, I think they combust this year.
Interesting.
That's part of the reason why I have Dallas as a top 3 seed. Like, not combust miss the playoffs, but combust, like,
6-7
they're a
seed.
6-7 seed. Yeah, they're close to 500. They're a 6-7 seed. Maybe like a little, like 39 wins, 40 wins. I think they struggle.
I like the Ibaka move.
I like that move too.
They bring someone over that has been there before, you know, championship pedigree, a Kawhi guy, vocal leader, you know, like re-sign Morris. Zubac will get to play now. Like,
Yeah.
I think Harrell fucked them up last year because, like, they didn't know who to play. Did they play the defensive guy in Zubac or did they play the scorer in Harrell? Like, they didn't know what to do. I think now that you get rid of one of them, you're forced to play Zubac, and I like that. Probably on the under for the total, but I do think that they, you know, I think they're better in the playoffs this year.
You
For
think they're
sure.
better in the
Yeah.
playoffs?
I think they're better in the playoffs.
I'm with Marco. I think they take a step back.
And Kennard, by the way, you like Kennard?
I like
Yeah,
Kennard.
he
Like,
could
I
get
think
a bucket,
Kennard's
he could
good.
shoot.
I think my underpick is more about
The other team's getting better.
the other team's getting better, and I think this, like, for some reason, I feel like Kawhi has always gotten kind of like a pass, like, throughout his career. But if like others, like if Durant or LeBron or like AD, like if other superstars have done what Kawhi has done, like, people would be like, why do we want to play with? Like, he's not a good culture fit. Like, he kind of stymied his way out of San Antonio. Like,
Definitely slimied his way out of
like,
San
you know,
Antonio.
like,
Well, I think you're definitely onto something because I feel the same way. I think what happens with Kawhi and what's different from all the other guys is, number one, he's on their level talent-wise, but he's not as polarizing as those other
He
guys
doesn't talk,
are.
yeah.
He doesn't talk.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, he came from the Spurs, which is such a model, clean-cut, buttoned-up franchise.
Right.
And public perception, bro. He came into the league quiet, didn't talk, complained that he lost his Wingstop tickets. Remember he signed that first big deal? It was like a segment on Spitball where, like, yo, this guy bitched and moaned that he lost his free voucher to Wingstop. Like, bro, you just signed for buy one.
20 million, yeah.
Just buy one.
Bioing style.
Buy a Wingstop, right? So he was always a guy who was, like, all about his business. They didn't want to talk to
Yeah.
media, so that's why. But, yeah, bro, he's done some lowball shit to
and
teams.
Dude, I think if they don't win the championship, he's gone. Like,
But
I think he's gone.
I'm a little bit of a hypocrite here because Kawhi no-showed in that Game 7 with the
he did,
Nuggets.
100%.
So did Paul George. But I personally give a pass to Kawhi because
He carried them in the playoffs, though.
But
before
also,
that.
it's the resume, and it's that I've seen you do this and deliver multiple times. Or like Paul George, bro, I've ran through the playoff numbers.
Yeah.
For every 30-point game he has, there's 2 for 17, 10 points with 7 of them coming at the free throw line. So for me, I gave more of the blame on Paul George as I did to Kawhi.
and that's fair. That's super fair. This season's, I think, going to come down to Paul George. Like, he's got to play better. There's no way around it. It's going to be on him. He's got the big contract. Officially healthy, not coming off of an injury. He had the bad shoulder 2 years ago,
But
right?
He should be healthy. Like, there
He's
shouldn't be
healthy.
any excuses. Like,
And
this
Yeah,
should
that
be-
can't, yeah.
Like, this is.
He was on No Smoke. He was on I don't know who does that podcast.
It's Steven Jackson and
Matt
Matt
Barnes.
Barnes. Yeah.
He said that he didn't love how he was being used by Doc.
Did you see?
They fact checked him though.
Yeah, and he was like completely wrong.
Yeah.
He was talking about like pick and roll situations is how he wanted to be utilized.
Yeah.
And that they weren't utilizing him like that.
But he was.
But he was like of the highest rates in the league.
And then Doc was like, he responded. He was like, I don't know what you think is going to change. Like Ty Lue was strategizing with me the whole time. Like it's going to be a very similar type of situation. Like Ty Lue is a Doc guy. He's not going to like.
Yeah.
I think it could get ugly for them. There's a path where it could get a little
I think so too.
explosive and ugly.
Yeah,
for
if
them.
they come out of the gate struggling, like, yeah, I think it could be a problem.
Yeah.
All right, one team who just won the finals, the Lakers, their win total is at 47.5. How many times has a team won a championship and they got better the next year? Because I think this
Miami, the second year into the third year. Then all those veterans took you less money to come over and play there.
Okay.
Right? Those.
Yeah. So you're talking about
it happens
after they beat the Thunder, and then they play the Spurs. Yeah.
I think teams.
But-
it happens when you have superstars that are, guys want to go. The guys will take less money to play on a championship contender. It happens a lot. I mean, I can't sit here.
I think this is a little different though, because
They got so much better.
and like it's not even old dudes. Like Schroeder's in his prime, Harrell's in his prime. Like all right, Gasol's old, but like those are two, like top 100 players in the NBA. Like those guys are good, man.
Put Wesley Matthews in the corner. He's gonna hit threes.
Yeah, you got Wesley Matthews. Like that. Like you didn't really lose Danny Green. Like Danny Green and Wesley Matthews are kind of like they're like clones at this stages of their career.
Right?
Like it's this team's really like this is my pick. This team is really good.
Just worried about the win total. Just because we've mentioned this, like who knows how much these guys are gonna play in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Now, can Schroeder and some of these other guys maybe carry the load in the sense of like on some of these off nights? Yeah, but it's just what is it? You said 47.5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would be dumb to say under.
Nah, I don't think so.
I'm a little worried about.
I'm kind of leaning towards the under, only because I think the rest is going to be because like LeBron's already hinted at it.
Yeah.
And even like AD, AD maybe they. At this point, they want to just get into the playoffs, which they are gonna.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, bro, we can run through anybody.
Right.
I mean, they probably. I would assume they want to
Though-
have
though-
home court advantage.
Although
But
I will say, they avoided some matchups in the playoffs last year. Like they got gift wrapped a couple of.
who did they skip?
I mean the Clippers.
They didn't play the Clippers.
They didn't play the Clippers.
That's on the Clippers, bro.
Yeah, that's
They wound
true.
up.
Well, Denver was a good.
They could have
good
played the
test for
Clippers
them.
anyway if they would have just handled business, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So-
It's not like It's not like I'm saying. It's not like the Clippers like got hurt or like the Clippers lost. It's not like they avoided the Clippers by some fluke. They avoided the Clippers because the Clippers couldn't do
Yeah.
shit.
So to that point,
Yeah.
who gives a fuck, right?
I don't know. I like the over.
Yeah.
This is my 1 seed, and like we'll talk about it later. But my MVP's on this team, and it's not LeBron.
Yeah. It's Caruso.
Caruso, baby. Third best player on the team. Nah. But yeah, I like the over. I think this is the 1 seed for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take the over.
Take the over.
So now you're taking the over? Oh, you were gonna take the over.
I was on the fence. Yeah. I'm on the over. They're good. This team's gonna win the championship. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's not fun. This year.
This is like when it was Golden State, bro. I feel like we did the podcast and we were like, yeah, Golden State's gonna win, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's like one team that could beat the Lakers. I think maybe.